Wait a minute. Who did that?
That would have been me.
Okay. Why didn't you?
And we're live. Hi, everybody.
Right. And why didn't you wait?
My name is.
You didn't hit live. No, you didn't. You did.
I did.
And before you did that. Oh, man,
look,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and unfortunately, nothing got caught on that. So,
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, nobody got that. Yeah, so hey, that's a weird way to start. This is your boy Jay the MIC, man. We're here, yo. We're here. Rec room cares. You know what I'm saying? We've been out here, finding people, all that good stuff, man. That's what we do. But yeah, I got your boy Audible Bobby G here. And also, last but not least, man, my burn the last hour brother next to me is AP Alan Perez. Whoops. What did I just do just now? And what did you just put on your head just now? Okay. All right, cool.
Gotta get my Ranger hat on because we're playing some good baseball right now, so I got to represent. Since Bobby's got his Guardians hat on.
Right.
This is not a Guardians hat. This is just Cleveland. Just representative of the city of Cleveland.
Okay. Well, guess what I'm representing today, y'all? He's back. He's back.
He may not be alone in coming back either.
The grass is green. Like everything is great right now, but he's back. And that's Dame Lillard, man. That's awesome. I'm sure we're going to talk about this a bit more. It's been nice, man. It's been nice so far having him back, man. We've had conversations after conversation about him being gone. It's pretty scary. Y'all had y'all moments. He's back. I told y'all, man, he was going, y'all thought I was playing. He was going to take that money, run off like a thief in the night, and he's going to come back to Portland. And everybody was like, that's not going to happen, Jay. And it did. It did. I hope we have someone, I guess kind of what actually that's, capable, you know what I mean? But, just we got him back. But that's not the warm up, man. The warm up is something a little different, man. Like something that I would say would start from the WNBA All-Star Game, which is, and I thought I had it in here and I don't, so we just gonna go with it. And that's basically give me my money. You know what I mean? Give me my money. And what I mean by give me my money, man, is basically the t-shirts that were worn in the warm-ups, WNBA All-Star Game. And of course, they actually read, pay us what you owe us. Right? And it's I guess we always have these moments, we have these times where working or whatever we're doing as a craft or, something that we feel we should be compensated for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're going to go around real quick before we get started. It's going to be, when was the time, I guess, that you just felt, y'all should be paying me more? Don't you think? You should be paying me more?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you said that, Jay. Let me kick off this topic.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me talk to Mama. I know he's watching. He's not here, but he's watching. K-Wit, show me the money. Where's my check, man? Where's my check? I feel underappreciated by the Rec Room. I'm here week in and week out doing my thing. The big mouth of the West with my spot on predictions and takes. And I'm not feeling the love from the leader of the Rec Room. Wait, break bread with me, brother. What's that? I know you're hiding a big stash back there. Can we,
Not to mention he's got a hell of a Stephen A. impersonation.
I'm saying, this is just my message to Wit. When it comes to
I want my money now. I want my money now. I want my money now.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know, call in the big guns. They'll help you pay down those, you know.
So that's what you gonna do, man. You gonna bring your own sound, bro. After you told me, hey, you know, I knew after
Nah.
what you put me through, I got my new sounds and all. You're like, nah, man, I'm gonna be the only person in my show. You're gonna be the only person playing the sounds now. It's like, all right. I ain't pressing one sound. But that's cool. But that's cool.
I love it here at Rec Room. But in actuality, I will say, it would probably been in the military. You know, we always felt like, you know, we weren't. If I was ever in a situation where pay could have been a gripe for what the job demanded, it definitely been the military. No matter what you do in the military, you're always on call 24/7. And you know, there's times where you have to spend exorbitant amount of times away from your family, your loved ones, if you're not already. And a lot of the guys going through this are just kids, man. You know, you sign up, you be 18. A lot of these guys are 18 years old, 18, 19 years old, never been out of their home state or out of their own city. You know, first time being on their own, they're learning how to be adults, and they're doing it by themselves. So I'll probably say that. That's good.
Okay. Well, Alan?
Ron, just shout out to Big Ron.
Yeah, your boy Ron is showing up. Let's see. It's oh boy.
That's
Ron, that's gonna cost you.
Hey,
I'm
that's
sorry.
a homie play. That's a homie. You can't penalize Ron for being a good homie.
Hey,
man. I know. Hey, it is what it is. I wouldn't expect anything less. And then at the same time, you know, dang, April could have been here tonight. And then I'm just glad. I'm just glad that, you know,
what's up, Jeremy?
That would have been a turn up session right there. He would have. I bet he can't wait till April comes back. We're gonna have to cut him out.
He's counting the days. He's counting the days right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut him out of the chat. I'm pretty sure. Avril V, man. Damn. Yeah, and you know what?
D mother D.
All right, Allie, your turn, man. What you got, man?
Today.
Oh damn. Oh, okay.
Today. First 10-hour day in a while since I got back to work. Obviously we're overloaded. We got a bunch of stuff we got to get done. We're getting help from other people from different parts of the complex, from different buildings. So one of the guys that came over, you know, I was partially training him on some stuff today, but the thing is, none of the managers told me I was training him. He told me I was training him.
Oh,
I was like, wait, what? And then it's just like, you know, one of the big bosses came in today, and then I guess some of the decisions were made to where, oh, we can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore. We can't do this. And it's just, I about lost my goddamn mind. That's about, I was like,
damn, I never heard you say that, Alan. All right. Yeah.
I about lost my goddamn mind. I'm like, it's like, am I working for a warehouse or am I working for Congress? What the fuck is going on?
Ooh, man. Damn.
But yeah, it's part of the job, I guess.
Yeah. Man.
Work for a company that cares more about cardboard bales than they do employee health and safety. That's a problem.
Don't tell nobody where you work at, bro.
Oh man,
I ain't saying where it is, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Jaden did the wrong thing. We might have to cancel the rest of the show. This might be the whole
Right?
show. I got another one for you, and I am gonna say the name. 2K games. 2K games. Hey, do my folks right, man. A lot of folks know me. Once upon a time, I used to work at 2K. Yes, that 2K, the amazing NBA 2K. I was a tester on NBA 2K. I'm credited on like, I think five of them. Man,
I know.
hey, start doing my folks right, man.
I know.
You guys,
That's the thing.
we got like on the NBA team, you maybe got like 50 testers, man. Of those 50 testers, maybe only 7 to 8 of them actually play the game at home, bro.
Wait, you actually was one of the testers, bro?
Yes. We couldn't even get VIP accounts, bro.
Salute. I'd have retired doing that.
We couldn't even get VIP accounts, bro. Like, we couldn't even get our players. We had to grind like everybody else. We just spend, bro. And in the summer, man, people don't understand how these dudes work, man. These dudes to get that damn game made, they work 12-hour shifts starting in like May all the way through like the beginning of September, man. You're on 12-hour shifts the whole summer. And as most people know who know me, I live in Vegas. Yes, the testing facility is in Vegas. We in 115-degree weather working 12-hour shifts to get this game made. We can't even get a VIP account. We can't even get my player boosted up to 99 off the rip. Like, give us some kind of creep, man. Hey, do my fucking course. I'm not there anymore. But do them cats right, man. Them dudes put in long hours in that building, making sure that game is as right as it can be, just to go home and see a billion kids shit on it every year. This sucks. That sucks. Why don't they do this? Why can't they do this? Testers suck. Like, nah, man. Y'all know these dudes go through to get that game made year in and year out for y'all. For pennies on the dollar compared to what the company makes every year off that game.
True.
Yeah. So 2K, man, hey, step y'all game up, man. Y'all make $1 billion a year off that game alone. Like, yeah.
I want my money
freaking
now.
Kids out here freaking ain't got no job, asking their parents for $100, $200, $300 to make 3 and 4 mod players. Man, take care of you folks at the company, man. There we go.
Okay. Hey, man. Damn, I really don't have one because
I can name another.
In less than 30 days. Well, I'm trying to forget the people who did me like that. I've been here where I am for I would say about 4 years, and I tried to like live the normal life, you know, as a CDL truck driver, whatever. Yeah, you know, doing this for having my license for 18 years. Kind of get stuck in your own zone, man. You kind of felt like Tom Hanks on the island, bro, but I'm in the truck. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point I started seeing dudes riding with the dolls, the big life-size dolls in the passenger seat. I started to understand, like, you know what? Damn, I get it now. I might get me one and start talking to him or something. But anyway, it gets pretty lonely. So, you know, one thing for sure is took care of everything. Took care of the bills. It took care of everything and some, right?
Yeah.
I come back to this, I don't want to say civilian life, but it's what it feels like, civilian life. Retail.
Normal person now.
And retail, it sucks. It sucked. And the whole time I've been told lies. Yeah, we're going to get you this. We're going to get you that. We're going to do this for you. We're going to do that for you. So, you know, less than 30 days, they can, you know what? They can kick rocks. I don't hit that button, man. I think we've been going on a bit too long about our grievances over here. But yeah, pay these WNBA players, because people probably, what the hell's going on right now? Pay the WNBA players. That's what this was all about. Yo, pay the WNBA players. All right, Alan, I'm ready. Right? You ready? All right.
One last comment for Ron. It's just
This is Rec Room Sports. Olympians carrying the torch, going where they don't go. We ain't lost. From the optics to the topics, we got this with synopsis. Think outside the boxes like Jay on the mic. or your boy K-Wit. Joe is my coach, T-Sweat on the mix. All sports, even if you catch fish like Nate Diaz catches fists. You need to catch this episode, it's a can't miss. We go live and you should subscribe and X's and O's. We made our plan, yo, 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 yo.
I totally forgot something, y'all. And I got to start it off the right way because it was way too quiet. I was like, wait a minute, something's missing. Something is totally missing. Wow. But we are here again, and I'm not getting in my mode until I get this going. And then I'm gonna get this going in a special way today, man. A special way today. I don't know. Yeah, it's coming. But yeah, man, we going up, man. We here. It's Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? We just here to talk sports, man. To talk sports only like we can. And then this is the Rec Room Weekly. We weren't here last week. Too much fan stuff going on. We fans too. We want to enjoy the games. We want to go to the games. We want to enjoy stuff too. Anyway, here we are, man. Rec Room Sports Hub. And I got to say this before we get started. Justine. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you know.
They don't know.
Mean.
They don't know.
Man. Lost a brother, man. We all did. A son, grandson, you know how it go. But yeah, man, we here once again. Ron still kicking it in the chats. That's always special. But yeah, man, we here. Another Rec Room Sports. We here, like I said, we weren't here last week. We were enjoying what? We had the All-Star Game, MLB. Didn't get to see Ronald Acuna hit any home runs in the home run derby, but that was cool, man. It's all good. I'm all right with that.
Nice little intro for him during the player introductions, though. Obviously, with him being the star player for the team and whatnot.
Talking about Matt Olson?
Olson, Acuna, and even Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I was
back
like,
to
Freddie,
Atlanta.
that was solid the way they greeted Freddie.
I mean,
Yeah.
Freddie's always been loved in Atlanta. Freddie Freeman's always been loved in Atlanta. For the most part, the only reason he never went back to Atlanta was because of his agent. His agent, the Braves had a deal for him, and his agent was like, "Nah, we don't want this." And once the Dodgers came, Freddie would have taken the deal. Like Freddie said straight up, like he would have pretty much taken any kind of money to stay in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the right decision, though, man. You don't want to be part of a losing team. Go over there, Dodgers. You know, he's got a championship, and he's got the money.
He got a championship, and he had the biggest moment of last year's World Series with the walk-off grand slam. So
yeah.
Well, yeah.
And on top of that, he beat the Yankees, so that's a double bonus for most of us.
Yeah. Speaking of the Yankees, we lost. Thank you for reminding me of that, Alan. I appreciate that. As you see on the bottom of the screen, though, you can always find us on Twix. I know what that is. If you don't know what Twix is, then you just figure it out. At Rec Room Sports. IG. We got _ Rec Room Sports. Guess what? TikTok. Guess what? At Rec Room Sports Hub. All right, it's on YouTube, y'all. I always say, man, check out the YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell, hit that button, hit anything that's on there, man. Just start to explore, do things. Check us out.
Oh, towing the line right there.
Yo, nothing is as bad as what Tanner said in that chat the other day. All right, and I always say, please encourage people. Man, who's your team? I don't even care what we talk about at the time. Just shout your team out. That's all throughout the show. I don't care. I do not care. But yeah, man, we pretty
coming.
Yo, I got nothing. I got no team to really brag about right now. Really, great. You know what I'm saying? Not right now, but my team's always. Things are looking good. Thank you, Ron. We finally agree on something. Ron. Braves all day, but guess what?
And in case anybody's wondering, Bobby's not a Guardians fan. He's just a Cleveland fan.
Yeah. This year they're not making me a baseball fan, so they're trash.
I mean, hey, 50-50 ain't bad.
No, they are trash.
It could be
bad.
worse. It could be the Colorado Rockies. What are they? Like 27 and 70?
Might as
I
well.
got no fight, no dog in the fight right now. It is what it is, man. We're huh? Yeah, we on a little time crunch right now, and if the Braves don't get it together, basically we will be selling. We will be getting rid of somebody, some people. But shout outs, man. Anybody got any shout outs, man? I got some before we get started. And that is definitely I always have an issue with law enforcement. Not in the most like the worst way. It could be a little ticket, could be a little, but shout out to law enforcement of where I am in South Carolina, Orangeburg County. Man, they, everybody, the community, and it still takes a village, people. I'm telling you, I've been a witness, finding a whole person that was lost. You know what I mean? We have to look out for our people, especially our elders. Dementia. You're hearing about that a lot more these days.
Mm-hmm.
People, parents, grandparents with dementia. Just in this case, this was somebody who just put on a nice dress, put the pocketbook on, and was like, "I'm leaving. I'll be back," and didn't find it till 2.5 days later. So, alive and well, she's doing good. Blessings, prayers. But that's something to deal with, man. It's I always pray for all my people who have somebody in that situation that they have to look after. It's a real serious issue. Shout out to my nurses, my teachers who should be wearing those shirts to work. First day of school. Pay us what you owe us. Y'all better. If I were you, I would think about that. Teachers though, for real though. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody else. Shout out to my boy Sports PSP. Man, much love, man. Much love, my fellow Commanders fan, but also champ, undisputed champ, man. Love to have you on soon. We'll get it together, man. Of course, when Witt's not in the equation, it's kind of like touch and go. Stop, Bobby, before you say anything.
I mean, even when Witt's not here, it still takes 15 minutes to do an intro.
Damn, Alan.
Thanks
for that was cool, I guess.
It's like he's here in spirit.
Okay, I'm with that. Just remember, I get your name right, bro. I get your name right. Okay,
I get you.
All right. So yeah,
don't worry. I'm gonna quiz him when he comes back.
Oh man, tell me about it. But man, we're gonna get into these topics. Everybody who
we gotta get 2 more shout outs.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry, Bobby.
I didn't give him a shout out. First of all, I know you mentioned Malcolm Jamal Warner. Obviously, condolences to his friends and family. And that was just out of the blue. I think that hit a lot of people in our age range hard. Maybe not a younger demographic, but guys know like, yeah, he was like older or younger brother to a lot of us growing up. Just like Bill Cosby was kind of that de facto father figure, like the whole family, him, Felicia Rashad, Malcolm, Rudy, the whole Cosby cast meant something to a lot of us. So to see him go such an unfortunate way, sad. Shout out to RP to Ozzy Osbourne, man. If you didn't hear, he passed away today. I know it seemed like that would never happen. Like, this dude survived so much, so many drugs,
Right.
so many. Ozzy survived so much.
My bad.
That like hearing that he passed, it was like it's unbelievable almost. It's like nah, ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way Ozzy could have got took out, but finally, so shout out to him, his family, and And yeah, we need Whit, man. Whit, you hear me on the microphone? I need you here because I need to know the temperature. Because my last shout out is going to go to William Anthony McNeil Jr. If y'all don't know who he is, Google it. I'm pretty sure people seen the video about what happened down in Jacksonville. The young man was snatched out of his vehicle, brutalized by the police. They're using the defense saying he was verbally combative. Well, last time I checked, somebody was verbally combative. That don't mean you get to put your hands on them. So every time we think we make strides, something happens just to remind us that there's still a lot of idiots out there. And like, sad thing is this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. It is a sad thing. It's like when I saw the report on the news, like my son is watching that. My son's 9 years old, and asking those questions like, Dad, why did that happen? And now I have to explain. I have to explain them what's going on, why it's happening, and damn, how to protect himself. He's getting to the age where he's gonna be going outside by us, going to friends' house, running around, riding bikes around the neighborhood or whatnot. So yeah, something like that unfortunately could happen to him at 10 years old, and it's sad to say. So, like, we got to put an end to this shit, man. Like, I don't know what can be done. I don't know what I can help do to get it done, but we gotta do something, man. We gotta do something.
And we had this conversation one day, and Whit mentioned it. We talked about it, but somebody had a comment who was saying, we should make more military the police. Not so fast. I'll put this out here. I was driving the truck. I didn't have no drugs in the trailer. I didn't have any weapons in the trailer. I was not driving for a cartel member or anything. This was not the big shipment like they talk about in the movie. To set you up for the big shootout. All the
right.
Always ends with like cocaine in the air or like paper in the air, money. Ron, I'm gonna get to this comment in a second, but yeah, it kind of sucks, man, because I got dragged out of a truck, a CDL, a big ass 18-wheeler, and I had a cop in. I think this was out in Vallejo. This was out in Barstow, California, and he hit the brakes in front of me in a cop car. And hopped out the cop car and tried to pull me out. And I pushed his ass right back on the ground. And that started something, needless to say. And but let's just put it like this. I got a good apology. Something I have not talked about with too many people ever, but sometimes an apology and a nice little stash is sometimes it's pretty good. But yeah, no, I'm not about that life, but but when a guy gets out of his cop car fresh out of Afghanistan, sometimes you got to defend yourself. You just got to think about it. Some of these guys are actually going through PTSD, and people talking about, we need to make some of the military come.
Yeah,
son, let's not. I can, Ron, Hey, so nah, I'm not even like that, Ron. I'm not. That's the story. I'm gonna stick to it. But yeah, man, like I said, Bobby said it so well. And Alan, I know you don't know who Theo is, who Malcolm Jamal Warner. You definitely know who Malcolm Jamal Warner is through the news and stuff, but I know you probably don't necessarily share like the same sentiments as far as like what we've been through in life, as far as him being sort of like our guide in a way to and this is crazy because this was supposed to be the last part of the show, and we ended up so for him it was like a brother to me, someone who kind of like, it was like a way to learn certain things as far like talking to girls. You saw Theo do it, Theo, Theo's way, man, his thing, of course, it was way more than just a character in the Cosby Show,
Yeah.
but what he represented with the dyslexia, with everything that he represented as a young man, a lot of us share, a young black man, a young, you know, a lot of us share a lot of those things that he had to deal with in one episode or another.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know, when you go to like Fresh Prince, and I'm not saying there's nothing these days that these kids can kind of like, you know, put themselves next to, put themselves in the shoes of that person and kind of learning a lesson that we used to get out of the show. Like I said, that as well as Fresh Prince and you know, I could go way back to other shows, but just saying that all this to say, that was somebody who I guess touched anybody any kind of way. And I wanted to say my favorite part scene, I guess, ever that I've been. There's so many, man, but they showed one the other day, and I was like, they had to show this one. I even believed it when Theo broke down on the bed where they were sitting on the bed, and he was like, you know, you love me like your son, you know, you love me like the rest of your children. He was just, I was like, man, that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When I forgot what it was. I know his grades was messed up. He was messed up at school. I can't forget exactly what, but you know, after he finished, I remember Mr. Huxley was saying, that was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. And it was just, it's like Theo used to think the craziest things were so smart. You know what I mean? And having a friend named Cockroach and you know, you could go on. If you don't know,
way before he was Cole on Martin, he was Cockroach.
Cockroach. And you know what? The first time you heard of Cockroach, you heard about Cockroach first. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows, you didn't see Cockroach first. You heard about Cockroach first. And he would talk, like he does this. He did. I'm like, what? You let a dude named Cockroach? I can't remember exactly the context of every, but he always say Cockroach did it. It's like, what? You know, and as a father, man, that's the son. You know what I mean? That's the son right there. And you know, that's crazy. I'm glad we kind of got that out to start the show. Cause you know, it's, you know, Ozzy Osbourne, I was like, damn, he's 76. I thought he was older than, okay. Man.
People think Ozzy like 200 years old, bro.
So he got every last drop out of what he can offer, man, in life. Every last step. Boy,
I mean, what a way to go out too, right? Like, had the big concert a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely,
dude.
Nice little swan song for Ozzy, just before his passing.
I was telling my wife earlier, man, Ozzy did so much stuff in his life. He probably accidentally cured himself of several other things to keep him alive longer.
That's one of those things. That is one of those things. Definitely. Yeah, man. We definitely gonna be sharing some more thoughts along on the show, and
I got one last shout out before we get started.
Okay.
Shout out to Scott Cope's college roommate Rich Hill for making his
oh my god
start for his 14th consecutive MLB.
What did Tanner call him? Anna Allen?
Oh, what was it? Slick Rich or something like that? I can't remember. I'll have to go look.
Yeah. Don't say it, Alan. Don't.
I'm not.
Yeah, don't. But we're gonna go on the topic.
45-year-old Rich Hill throwing.
Yo, for real, congratulations, for real, and that's awesome, and that's a dream. And no, is this really his classmate, dog? For real?
No, that's just a joke.
Yeah, because the sad. I mean, the thing is he's a lot younger than Scott Cope. There's no way he could have been his classmate.
What the hell am I thinking? Right. Y'all had me, yeah.
It's a joke saying that Rich Hill's old and he's been in baseball forever.
Yeah. You said 45. I should have knew because Scott's 63.
Nope.
Let's not. My bad, Scott. If
he said it once. He said it before.
Oh, I'll get it one day. I can get it one day.
What is he, 72?
Scott just texted me. He's throwing pudding cups at his computer screen right now.
Sorry.
I didn't believe
Sorry,
it when
Scott.
I heard it.
Hey, we're gonna talk about those Blazers again, though, Scott, for real. And man, since we talk about the Blazers and we talk about basketball, hey, this is like I said, I knew what we were gonna be doing this show. This is more like bar talk today, for real. Really. First I'm gonna say a lot of the positives that All-Star Weekend I feel was great. I would say it. Oh damn, I already kind of messed up. But we had All-Star Weekend, y'all. We had Team Collier, pretty much pummeled Team Clark, and I think all this is all because you should not pick. Yo, I know this is your teammate, but don't pick Aaliyah Boston first. Like that was terrible. You totally threw. It was Caitlin Clark's fault that they got beat like that, for real. Because if you would have just picked her later, you would have got probably some better. You have probably been better off as a team, But yeah,
I think you can't do that though, because
I get my teammate.
You gotta pick your bodyguard first at all times,
and that'll be, and that would have been. I mean, Asia Wilson didn't play. Jackie Young also, not really, somebody who you would be calling, a bodyguard, but she didn't play. She only played like.
Oh man, can I go real quick?
Okay, you know what? So Bobby, before you start, just gonna go ahead and get into it. That we know that the outcome. It was, it got beat by 20, right?
Yeah.
20-point win. It wasn't very competitive. But here we go, man. WNBA All-Star Weekend was. Simple as that. Fill in the blank. However you want to.
It was cool. It was cool. It was nice. It was a good celebration of their game. Honestly, if the marketing folks over at WNBA had any sense, they would honestly hop on the Napheesa Collier train.
They better.
Like, we talk about the run that Caitlin Clark's had since like that last year. And Kyle, no, Ron, you stay right there because I got something for you on your last comment. Talk about the run that Caitlin Clark had from last year of college coming into the WNBA and all that generated. Like, if you look at the last year in Napheesa Collier has had an amazing run. Like, from what she did in NBA, taking the team all the way to the finals, to the creation of Unrivaled, to the success that had, to now be an all-star MVP. Like, she is on an amazing run. And when we talk about a league that is craving for stars, pick up on this momentum. Put her up there and get that push going, especially since you got Caitlin Clark out. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity to now put somebody else on that pedestal and keep the momentum going. So, they didn't do that. But as far as what Ron said, man, they look foolish with the shirts. Like, for the umpteenth time, man, it's not whether the league is profitable. That's not what it's about, man. It's about the pay splits. It's not about them wanting to make 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year like NBA players make. That's not what it's about. It's about the splits between the league and the Players Association. And just to give an example, these are not numbers, just so you understand what I'm saying. If the NBA and the players split their revenue 60-40 between the owners and the players, the WNBA is currently splitting at 80-20. All they're asking for is that same 60-40 split that exists in the NBA between the ownership of the league and the Players Association. That's it. They're not trying to make $40-50 million a year. We know that's not going to happen. It's the revenue split. So whether the league makes money, whether the league loses money, whatever profit margin is there, they're just saying they want their fair cut of what is there. That's it. Like, so all these people like read before y'all keep talking about these women and what they're asking for. What they're asking for is not unreasonable, and it's absolutely fair, and they absolutely deserve it. So like, stop trying to compare them directly to the NBA. That's not what it's about at all. Like, actually go in and look to see what they're asking for. That's like your kid coming to you after he's done all his chores saying, "Can I have a $5 raise on my allowance?" It's not unreasonable. Now, if your kid been sitting on his ass in his bedroom all day and come ask you for a $5, on this allowance, now you looking at him crazy. You're right, but that's not what's going on here. So y'all gotta like quit trying to down these women like they're like what they're asking for is crazy, because it's not what you're thinking. Like, there's too much information on the internet for people to be acting like this ignorant.
Agree. It's the whole thing. Me personally, I loved it. I loved the other than in correction. It was beat by 30. That sound better saying 20. Yeah.
He said sound better saying 20.
Yeah, just the Feast of College. She has so much power in her hands right now, and I think it's mainly, of course, her players spoken for us. Players spoken up for her, right?
Mm.
But just the fact that she started the Unrivaled, and she kind of has something going here where it's like, please don't make the mistake in not paying them, because she can take some things to another level where WNBA would never get back to where they could be, based on what she did. That was a pretty good league. I was enjoying Unrivaled. I really was.
Yeah.
I really was enjoying Unrivaled. And I think when that just struck a chord, I think with the WNBA, they was like, yo, we got to get this together, because this girl could mess around and have her own league and push us out. And seriously, it don't sound crazy. It really doesn't. It may be a little tough, but it's not as crazy as it sounds. It really doesn't. It's not as crazy as it sounds. But me, WNBA All-Star Weekend was a success, because and I'm gonna go to the other part of it. But it was a success because, just like Chine said, and everybody was talking about, pretty much Gumake and everybody, when she spoke after the game, I believe, she said that every year, she's been an All-Star for like 10 years. So every year she's seen improvement. I think right now, right where it's at, Glorilla was cool. That was cool. I liked it. I give it a 7 in its totality. I give it a 7. Because I think there's still some notches where they can go. I think they did very well.
Yeah.
But I will say, Alan, the stud bud, yo. Look, I don't know how to really, with the stud bud thing, I don't know what to think. And when we talking about the stud buds, it's I'm like, the stud buds. I'm like, yeah, stud buds. I'm like, when did this thing become a thing? About the stud buds, yo. When did the stud buds become a thing? Huh? Bobby?
I don't know, man. I have no answer.
I thought you knew about the stud buds, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I know you saw them not being able to get into the club. You saw that?
So say again.
Did you see them when they weren't able to get in the club after the game?
No. That's wild.
Oh man, son. Yo, those two are a trip, man. For real. those two are a trip, and I just, other than the play, them pretty much showing out over the weekend and giving everybody like full access, which is cool. They it's kind of a little bit, sometimes a bit like too real for TV sometimes to me. I guess maybe it's just me.
But that's kind of what people want to see sometimes, though.
Yeah.
They want to see the reality of everything.
Yeah.
That's what people are intrigued by.
Mm.
And while I'm on that, I'll say All-Star Weekend, I was impressed, honestly, by it. I like the idea of doing, I don't know who it was, but the 72-hour live stream that they did before the game.
Stud buds.
I was impressed. I think that's a great idea. You're using social media, a platform that a lot of people frequent to kind of boost up hype and put the game, put the notoriety out there for it. Looking at some of the viewership, skills challenge and 3-point contest was the highest viewership in the history of the event. They were at 1.3 million viewers on average, which is 89% up from the second highest one. So that's interesting. I believe that's from that was 89% up on viewership from last year's contest. So, and they averaged for the All-Star Game itself 2.2 million viewers on average, which is from the 2023 All-Star Game 158% boost. So while people can poke a prod all they want, they're doing something right.
Right?
Yeah.
They're doing something right, and they're drawing eyeballs to the product, which is a positive sign for the WNBA. So color me impressed.
I have a question for both of y'all. Are they being done an injustice because it's a Friday, Saturday thing versus a Saturday, Sunday, like the NBA?
I believe so. I thought that was already an indication of what they thought of their own product. They felt like they couldn't compete, so they didn't want to fail. Rather than like going on Sunday, which is
this past weekend it was correct.
Yeah, but it was on Saturday.
Yeah.
The game
is on Saturday, and the other events.
Well, I know exactly why they didn't do it on Sunday. Evolution. A lot more people are going to watch female wrestling than they are going to be the WNBA.
All right, sure. But what was the timing?
I mean, I kind of get the timing part of it too. But I think you were gonna get more eyeballs on Saturday than you were Sunday. I think that's what they were thinking.
I think either way, and I just got a text on my phone asking me who in the world are the Stud Buds. Okay, so the Stud Buds are Tisha Heidemann and Courtney Williams.
Yes.
Yeah, Courtney Williams. So I think I got an image of them up with the purple hair, Alan. But yeah, that is
there it is.
So they have fun, man. They really have a lot of fun, and they let them do their thing. I sometimes I wish they do a little too much, and what I mean by that is let them have their fun, because I guess say the WNBA kind of use all they can get as far as marketing, as far as personality, as far as flair, as far as the whole package of what they bring to the table. But those they couldn't get in the club. I was like, man, that's messed up. They couldn't get in the club. And I was like, okay, that's maybe WNBA is gonna step it up where they got their own events, and kind of isolate everything. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know what they would do after the NBA, after the All-Star Game.
Would you guys like to see
the All-Star Game?
Would you guys like to see other All-Star weekends do similar things, like do live streams and stuff like that before the game? Maybe in the NBA or something.
Yeah, we're moving in that direction. I mean, every freaking player got a podcast, right? So I mean, they're pretty much doing it themselves, and so we're moving in that direction where it's all about access, right? Around that time. The more access, the better, especially if you're unable to make it to an event. Because I think, for the most part, basketball and baseball, I can't speak for hockey, but baseball and basketball, they do a good job of spreading the event around. Like, obviously, this this game was just in Indiana, NFL, their quote unquote all-star events is always going to be in a good weather place. So it's like limited to your ability to travel. But as far as, NBA, WNBA, they do a good job of spreading it around to all of the teams in the league, make sure they get some shine and making it travel available. But if you can't, you need that access, man. Why not get a bunch of things going online? I'm still waiting for the day where you make the practice available. The All-Star practice is just the fun to watch. As some of the skill challenges, watching, goof around. It just shows you another human side to the athletes.
Yeah, I agree. I just think, they have a lot of room for growth, man. I just feel like they have a lot to look at and analyze as far as what was successful, what shouldn't they do as much. I think everything was cool. I really seemed like they kind of seemed a bit out of place for being so, I want to say, perfect. Still, like I said, still a little room to grow. But I just feel like once they pay them like they're supposed to be paid, shoot, I can see these players. You're gonna see more and more players like, oh, checking out. This is over for me. As soon as the game starts, and we're gonna be sitting there looking at players. It's like, come on, man. Those players were hurt. Jackie Young, Asia Wilson. Only two I remember. No, it was a couple more. I can't remember exactly who, but I know those are two most notable. And but I think it was a success. Like I said, it was a success. I really, appreciated the pageantry. Like I said, they put a lot into it and get to showcase these players for their personalities as well. And it's very important. Very important. And we're gonna go ahead and move on now, man. We're gonna knock it out, man. Then we're gonna get to a sensitive topic. And this is the topic that I kind of felt I wanted to talk about last week. And honestly, this is the topic that I was like, I want to know what Bobby thinks about this one. God. I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip this time. I want to go exactly. So everything we're talking about today was pretty much I wanted to talk about last week outside of the All-Star game, WNBA. But man, we had this thing, and it happened. And it's basically ESPN's recent top 10 quarterback list, man. Basically, it has sparked some debate, and it's pretty much come and gone, but very, very interesting to me where some of these players are. JD5 for life. Excuse me. But anyway, pretty much, man, this debate was pretty much among fans and analysts alike. Pretty much a lot of these key factors were brought into the discussion that ESPN considers when ranking these quarterbacks as far as stats, impact on team success, clutch performances. So it's like, okay, see what you got here. So then when we go into this ESPN's top 10 quarterback ranking, it's like, oh, somebody's going to feel a little bit disrespected here. That's a definite, I feel a topic within itself outside of just the top 10 quarterback rankings.
I already have a problem with one for sure. No, it's not Jaden. It's not Jaden. Although I think he should be lower. There's one other that I have a major problem with being on this top 10.
Ooh, I know who it is. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. And then there we go. Who's missing? Who shouldn't be on the list? Who's too high? Who's too low? Crank up that list, Alan. Because I want to see.
So in case anybody hasn't seen it yet, we'll go from 10 up to 1. Number 10 is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Number 9, Jalen Hurts.
Hey man,
number
I got the list. Got the list right there.
Number 8, Jared Goff. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 6, Matt Stafford. Jaden Daniels, number 5. Lamar Jackson 4, Joe Burrow 3, Josh Allen 2, and Patty Mahomes the second, number 1.
I think I sent you that list, Alan.
Yeah. You know,
I want to know. I already
Justin
know.
Herbert should not be in the top 10.
Okay,
There
I was
you go.
wrong. I was wrong.
Justin Herbert should not be in the top 10. I'm sorry. Chargers have done nothing with him.
I mean,
Yeah, he's a solid quarterback. He could throw a football, but he's had less playoff success than Trevor Lawrence, and we're already writing Trevor Lawrence off.
Yeah, but I mean, define done nothing. Just because they haven't won a Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, you get to the playoff, but
so I mean, you basically have that same. You got to have that same energy then towards every quarterback that hadn't won a Super Bowl. To that degree, what is Joe Burrow? What did the Bengals done with Joe Burrow? Nothing.
That's what made it so interesting when they say things like.
I actually put Lamar ahead of Joe Burrow. I know Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, and he only finishes every other season. So, like, my first gripe, and it's not really a gripe, it's just more of a earn it thing. I would say Jaden is too high. Like,
yeah, after 1 year, I think 5 is a little too high.
I think 10 is a little too high. Like, you got to earn it. I mean, remember who was in this spot last year? Everybody was on the CJ Stroud train, right? What a difference a year makes. So, like that, like let these guys do something. Let them get their feet up under them in the NFL. Yeah, he had an amazing rookie year, but that's all it was. It's an amazing rookie year. I can't put his 1 year over Jalen Hurts, because if you just go 1 year for 1 year, I'll take Jalen Hurts this year last year.
I would say Hurts just won a Super Bowl, so
right, and that's what I mean. So like when they do lists like this, it's that's to me would like so Jalen Hurts to me definitely deserves to be higher. Where was he? Ninth?
Ninth, yeah. I would put him at 5 at the very least.
I think the top three, actually, honestly, top 4 are kind of, that's the top 4, and that order's going to scramble.
Self-explanatory. It's based on preference on what team likes what.
Exactly. Those are the 4 aces in the deck. So you really, your list starts at 5, right? Mm-hmm. Who's that next guy?
Stafford at 6.
I have no problem with Jalen Hurts being 5th.
I would put Hurts.
Yeah, going into this season. Could I put Stafford at 6?
Over Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield. We've already said Hurts is jumping up to 5. Herbert.
I might not have an issue with Jared Goff being over Stafford. And again, what's going to come into play is health. He's been more available than Jared Goff the last few seasons, right? And with similar production. So I may not have an issue with that.
Oh, by the way, the 2 honorable mentions that they have, so this would be 11 and 12. The 2 honorable mentions they have are Jordan Love and CJ Stroud.
Right. Which would then bring me to your guy, Herbert. I think Herbert's perfectly placed. I don't mind him being 7. I would take Justin over Baker. I would take him. I would take him. Like we're just talking about going into the season, not like building a team or anything. Because clearly building a team, I would take a Jaden Daniels. But just going into the season, again, I have more of a survey on Herbert. I would take him over Jaden right now because I still don't know what to expect from Jaden. He's going into that second year. There's more film. This defense is more prepared. He's not gonna catch me by surprise. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet. So I think Herbert's perfectly placed. I personally would probably go Jordan Love at 8. I've just been a fan of his game. Injuries are coming into play for him. Last year, you know, he kind of went through it. Who else we got?
You got Stroud, you got Baker.
Yeah, Stroud and Baker.
And Stafford still. By the way, they also have a little list on the bottom here of other quarterbacks that are technically receiving votes but aren't in this top 10.
Yeah, Purdy, man. Give me Purdy. What are we doing?
Purdy here is listed as 14.
Nah, what are we doing, man? Purdy.
They have
Kyler.
They have Kyler Murray ranked ahead of him.
He was devoid of, and you could say it's because of the talent around, but I'm cool if I plan on having a talented offense, so I don't care.
So yeah, there's 18 quarterbacks listed here from after the honorable mentions. You have Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, and Bo Nix.
And then I think I put Purdy at 9. And matter of fact, no, I might put Purdy over Love. He's Purdy 8, Love 9. Can I put Baker at 10? Geno, maybe? Is Geno deserving?
Geno's not even on the list here.
Yeah.
Although I think Geno kind of gets a little disrespected, but he had a terrible team last year.
Is Dak deserving? Yeah.
I will say if healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
if healthy, yes. That's a big issue with Dak is staying healthy.
That 10th spot is that's where you can get tough.
He is the longest tenured quarterback though.
Yeah.
With one team.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on in Minnesota. So I'm trying to remind myself of all the QBs.
Darnold in Seattle right now. You've got
he's one year.
Trevor Lawrence is kind of falling off.
Yeah, Trevor hasn't proven
Cannot
anything.
play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Yeah.
I would put
to a injury prone. Like hell. Aaron Rodgers. You can talk yourself into Aaron Rodgers being 10.
Damn. I'm not even sold on that at all. Damn.
You can talk yourself. Are we really?
I mean, it's an argument.
For one season. Yeah, for one season.
Yeah, it's definitely an argument for it. That's for sure.
So it's like, yeah, I think they got a couple.
If
I'm gonna put Jaden Daniels somewhere, it would be 10.
I will say this though: if Jaden does what he did last year, he would definitely be in my top 10 for sure.
Well, yeah, going into the 27 season, yeah, absolutely.
Especially now with I know we got Devo back with everything going on with Terry, and they did lose a little bit of some defensive pieces. If he's able to replicate last year, then I'll definitely put him in the top 10 for sure.
I think Jaden. I think that was a bit far fetched to put him at 5, but not because. Yeah, when you got somebody like Jalen Hurts at number 9, and then you got him at number 5,
that's crazy. That's what makes it crazy.
I am literally shocked at the disrespect Jalen Hurts gets.
It should be closer. It
should be
closer.
I get it. Philadelphia is loaded with talent, but somebody's got to make that wagon go.
I mean, he was still the man that's taken his team to 2 out of the last 3 Super Bowls. That's ludicrous to put a rookie even in this. No,
that's true. I okay, but I don't know. We just gonna see. It's just with me. I just put more. I really, you got to look at it like this. When you look at that Philly game, the last one at least, You take Austin Eckler's 20 fumbles out of the game, and like we had no business scoring 23 points or 30. Excuse me. We had no business scoring 23 points. We did.
But there's too many X factors. Like that's a division game. You can throw everything out of the window when it comes to that.
True. I just feel like they're kind of, when it comes to a good bit of these quarterbacks, when it comes to Justin Herbert, I feel the same way. I feel that they're judging off of what they could be doing this year, not necessarily what they already did. Of course, Jalen Daniels, you can only go with that one season, which in his case, I think everybody else, I think when it comes to, come on, like number 9, I understand why they may feel like that. I kind of would like an explanation. And my thing is, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, yeah, he makes it go. But it's like I was telling somebody the other day. When it comes to Jalen Hurts, he does all of the things you need him to do, not all the things you just want him to do.
I mean, look at that. Look at the Super Bowl. Saquon was a non-factor in the Super Bowl. Didn't do anything. It was all Jalen Hurts. It was all AJ Brown. It was all that passing game.
It was all that defense
and defense. Yeah, but
they needed three points wins that game. Honestly,
yeah, they could have put them. Yeah, defense put them in. They could have.
Yeah,
they didn't have to go very far. I don't think they've had some good drives as far as the distance, but you take the defense out of it, and you need Jalen Hurts to do more. Which that is what they stay away from at all costs. And then when it comes to that, that's where I have my only knack against Jalen Hurts is the fact that saying that we're going to give him the keys day in and day out every Sunday, it's not happening. But there are certain times where, hey, we're going to need you to hit these targets today. We're going to need you to spread the field today. And when it's asked of him, he can do it. But at times, I still think Jaden Daniels is more accurate. I think he has. I don't know. We're just gonna see.
Yeah.
Number 5 is kind of high, but I think this guy really, really, we're about to see him with a better product on the field. Hopefully the Terry thing. I always said the Terry thing is just simply. It's like I told when we last spoke about this. I said, I think the reason that they're holding this money from him is so that they can get as much at the last second that they can. And then guess what they do the next week? Von Miller. So I don't think it gets disrespectful at a moment. Like even if what I'm saying is true, it's valid for Terry McLaurin to still feel that way. So I just feel that they're holding on to all the bread that they can. Let's get through training camp because somebody gets hurt and they give Terry McLaurin what he wants. I'm telling you, they're going to be shit. And they're going to be like, damn, man, I told you we should have held. See, I'm telling you, this is what this is all about. Let me
ask you this real quick, Jay. Then let me ask you this real quick. Would the perception and the outcome of the season possibly had been different had they not completed that Hail Mary against Chicago?
Wow. Yeah, or even better than that. How many one point games did they win?
I was going to say, look at that. You look at that game in particular was really the turning point for both teams.
But coaching guys,
because after that, Washington kind of went up. Chicago definitely went down.
But Chicago, the thing about Chicago was I don't think they had a chance. They didn't have a chance in hell anyway, and it just abandoned ship.
I've been screaming it for years. I was like, Caleb needs an offensive head coach,
right,
to succeed in the NFL.
But when on to answer your question, it's hard to say. But I'll say no. I still think, they were talking about how well just like what you were just saying, Bobby, it was too many close games. Like, there's no way you can repeat a season winning like that, or getting through games like that. And I feel like we've gotten better. So in order to get over that hump, you get better so that you won't have to struggle as much with these teams or win on the last possession or the last drive. But in the sense of us playing like major
11.
defenses,
Just putting 11 games, one possession. That's crazy.
I was thinking
not that they won them all. Not that they won them all. Just total, whether they won or lost. 11 total one possession game. That's crazy.
That is, it's heartbursting. Like, being a coach in that situation is crazy. So it's hard to say with the one game, because they, just like you said, Bobby, with the possessions and the one possession games and winning the last second or win on the last drive, you can't win like that. Repeat. Well, we'll see, but you can't keep winning like that. You got to either get better at what you do, or you're gonna get worse. It's not gonna work out. And that's with you doing that, cutting it close like that. But as I remember, somebody made the remark of saying that, along with what you said, we haven't beat a major defense. And that's one thing. We beat the Eagles, but the Eagles were getting it together still. They had a lot of young talent. They still had some, as we see, they still had a way to go. They still had a notch, to reach. But I do think that, I just really feel that, again, we've gotten better. I just think that, oh snap. Okay. Whoa. Somebody texting me. Why you just can't comment on comment? Don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to comment. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be the last time you're gonna do this without me bringing you out. I'm gonna put your name out next time. Please, just comment, yo. Yeah, I mean, see, everybody be wondering what's wrong? Somebody be scared to comment. And I'm sitting here looking at the comment like, but for you to comment, I won't look so crazy. That's
what's the comment? Oh.
Just talking about Austin Eckler. We shouldn't have. It was a long paragraph about him. He shouldn't be the number one back, and our tight end sucks. Our tight ends are terrible, and a lot of things that I could argue, and a lot of things it's not worth it, because I think Zach Ertz will be fine. I think Senate is where it's at. I think they're trying to bring him along. I think he's geared up to get more touches. I really feel he's gonna get a lot more touches this season. But this is what we'll be talking about: quarterbacks. So Jaden Daniels, I think he'll be well. I just really feel that as a team, man, we struggled against superior defenses, and that's it. That everything else we were fine. But yeah, I mean, I think Jaden Daniels, man, to close this out, I just really feel that Jaden Daniels deserved the number 5 in a way. It's some reasoning to it that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, whoa, hey man,
I get it.
Don't jinx my boy. Don't. So that's another thing.
I get it. For me, I'm a huge, like, you will never hear me really big up a second year player. This goes. Yeah, everybody like to hop prisoner of the moment. Like, I remember even Odell's come. I'm like, hey, yeah, the guy's good. He's good. He can play football. He can make plays. No, it was a hell of a catch. It was one of the best. But after you got out of that moment, and if you're like me, you wait a minute. I used to see Chris Carter do that all the time. So, but I thought he was a good player. But I'm like, let's get to do 2-3 seasons, and we see what happened with the rest of his career. It's like let's celebrate their accomplishments and what they do in that rookie year, but also let's let these dudes get their really get their feet wet, especially from the QB position.
Alan, anything else you got?
Yeah. Second year is always more telling than the first year, because now you've got more tape on him. You've got more ways to game plan around him, and the game plan for him. So we'll see what happens in year 2.
I think this kid cracks the code. And speaking of stats, man, and we're gonna I guess relax a little bit on this one, man. Of some of us have some admissions, and some of us have some things that we want to get off our chest sometimes, and it's that fantasy football, man. Sometimes fantasy football can get the best of us. Trust me, it has. I've had days that I want to literally fight somebody. Like I want to fight them because
I know.
Because people get a little competitive, and they say certain things, and it's like, did he just say that? Like for real? It hasn't been that way lately, but like Fantasy Football Anonymous, what we have things that just happen during the football season, fantasy football season. Like if I Lord, knock on wood, if our running back gets hurt, I started running back. The running back that we picked first overall, when that happens and then he end up getting hurt, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Or goes to jail.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's better than hurt though, because they got a chance to come back.
It's really not though.
Yeah, like if they in Vegas, they might not. But
get busted for weed.
It's a chance that they could still make it back. I'd rather hear, check this out. I drafted my quarterbacks because this is my first year playing fantasy football.
No, congratulations.
No, not this season. I'm saying like this when I did this. I ended up drafting Deshaun Watson and Carson Wentz. Same season. Of course, they were rookies and set. So man, I was flying high, boy. I was a Redskins fan talking fly high. Yeah, look at 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. It seemed like there was nothing to Carson Wentz in his rookie year. Man, I remember he was at the 20-yard line. It's like, all right, and he ran a touchdown. Then I'm like, wait a minute, what's wrong? You got a sprained ankle or something? What's going on? He ran a touchdown, so it can't be that bad. Hurt for the season.
Yeah, that was the Rams game.
Oh, that hurt. And then, nobody got Deshaun Watson. It was on from there. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see 2 rookies connect. It was like, you can get one. Okay, you don't need him no more. He's hurt. You done. I can go ahead and give you somebody else. I get Deshaun Watson. I get off of work one Thursday. I want to cry, but every time I think about it, I would have cried. And I look at my phone and said, Deshaun Watson hurt in practice. Everybody crying. What they crying for, man?
Everybody's crying.
Yo, when I seen that part, like everybody was distraught. Like, why are they talking about that, man? The dude, man, his toenail probably an ingrown toenail or something, man. Stop playing. Hurt for the season, man. Same injury. I said, man, I'll be damn, man. I wanted to cry. I said, man, I'm never playing this again, man. But it worked out. I made it to the playoffs. And of course, I didn't get very far because I didn't have a quarterback that was good enough to. Let me tell you who I ended up with at the last part of the season, dude. In the playoffs, I'm in the playoffs with Cade McCown, excuse me, Josh McCown, excuse me. I said Cade McCown. Like, who's that? Josh McCown. Josh McCown was my quarterback in the playoffs, yo. In the playoffs, that's when that was his last little swan song with the Jets when he was out there. Doing just whatever needed to be done, and that's it. Jesus Christ, man. Dude was getting like 100-yard games, bro. The dude had got like 100-something yard game for the Jets. Anyway, that's I guess that's one of my experiences that I've had. I would say other than that, I would say it would be the time that I lost 4 years straight in the championship game. And then people start to have their jokes, man. Once you know, your fourth year, by the fourth year, man, people got jokes. Like, man, you ain't winning. You could have let me get in the championship game. You ain't gonna win it. Like, what? Don't be disrespectful. But I came back and I won. I had 2 leagues. I won both leagues a couple times. And, so everything worked out. But, just I guess like the highs and the lows of fantasy football, man. For anybody watching who plays fantasy football, I know you had a day where you forgot to put somebody in your lineup.
No, for sure.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the day that I beat you by like 0.01 points.
That happens. Okay, so we're not. Yeah,
0.01.
It was 0.01, bro. 100th of a point, man. I know my decimals, so check me out, right? So 100th of a point, 0.01. 100th of a point, man. I looked at that thing again. I was like, I got somebody left to play, right? I looked at the clock and said, man, it's 12:45, man. I'm going back to sleep, man. It's some bullshit. So
wait for that score adjustment to come in.
Yeah, like I'm shaking my phone. I'm turning it sideways. I'm thinking like, maybe let me get off this Wi-Fi. Y'all know my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is legendary throughout these parts. No good. So I was like, the Wi-Fi. Let me get this straight. And Wi-Fi wasn't on. So it is what it is. But nah, man. Anything before we, I guess, go on, because I got a little slight surprise, man. Anybody any fantasy football funnies? Anything folly? However you want to. Unfortunate event.
But it wasn't unfortunate. It was fortunate. Actually, at the same time, first time I played, won the championship, and Michael Vick was my quarterback, and it was the year he showed out with the Eagles. But the thing that like sent me on a run was there was a game I was down by 70 points.
Oh, those are
beautiful. And down by 70 points, and my opponent, I think he was all done. I think we just basically chalked it up, and I still had Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson going, and it was that Monday night game against the Redskins.
I see where this was going,
4 touchdowns in the first half.
Oh shit! I know exactly what you about to do.
I was down 70, ended up winning by like 5. And then we went on to win the championship.
Yo, those feel like you played, bro. Those feel like you were on the sideline.
I was never been so hyped for a non-Browns game in my life. And it was a combination of stuff, because it wasn't just like I was my fantasy team. It was like I can't think of the word right now, but Mike Vick, like what he had went through to come back playing for and had that type of game on Monday night, like basically in his hometown, DC, but it's close to Virginia, the DMV area. Like, and he showed out like that. It was a momentous night.
That was a night. I'm glad I wasn't at a stadium. I would have been one of them fans beating the shit out of somebody, man. I would have been fighting by the hot dog stand, bro. I'd have been fighting. You couldn't have told me anything as the Eagles fan that night, man. I would have.
It was like from jump, play 1, 80-yard bomb. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, Jesus.
First play, the Commanders get the ball, punt, and then the Eagles just come out.
Drop back. Is that the game that they call the Monday Night Massacre?
Yeah, that was like 40-0 at halftime.
Hey, come on, man. It's been enough. You done, Bobby? You done? Because I hate that. I really hate to see this dude fall, man. Like, bro, you don't talk trash to this man before the game. And then that's the best effort you got, bro, trying to track this man down. I'm just gonna drop right here. Ain't no point me running down the field with him. He look better.
that game, I put 2 games in like a certain category. That game and like when D Rose scored 50 for the Timberwolves. Like those 2 games are like just like you can't help, if you're a fan of sports, you can't help but just hold those 2 performances in high regard.
Yeah, I was conflicted. Yeah, you know, I was making all kind of dog remarks when that during that game. I was barking like a dog. I was playing DMX songs. You name it. Yeah.
Now, if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Deshaun. Deshaun Jackson was clowning.
Yeah, man. I don't appreciate none of that. I hated that. That was a disgusting day.
What was it?
Night.
The next week against Dallas, he fumbled at the 1 yard line.
Beautiful.
Man.
Beautiful. But yo, Alan, what you got?
Well, an embarrassing one happened to me actually last year. I can't remember what league it was, but I started out like 10-0, riding my high horse, feeling good. And then the first loss I suffered was to the last place team, and I believe it was Witt. So yeah, that was a little embarrassing.
Yeah, I remember that now. That did. I was like, damn.
That was a little embarrassing. I was like, well, in my defense, 2 of my top wide receivers were out. I had Puka and Nico Collins. Both of those guys were out. The only good wide receiver I had on my roster at that point was AJ Brown. And I think actually the Eagles were on a bye, so that didn't help at all either. And I want to say I had just traded Jaden Daniels to Tanner at that point. I don't know. I made a lot of dumb moves towards the end of the year last year. Although I did win one league last year, so I'm happy about that.
There you go.
I didn't win any last year, which is cool.
It's difficult for me to play fantasy football anymore.
I just honestly, if it wasn't for fantasy football, I was just strictly I'm watching my team, NFL ticket, just my team. I watch other games, but just with my team, everything else I didn't care about.
Yeah.
I found myself.
Oh. No, go ahead.
I found myself watching the Jets. I'm sorry, Bobby, but it was a Jets versus the Browns game.
Depending on which one.
Ooh, it was
Flacco.
It was 2016. So,
we probably terrible then. Oh, that wasn't that.
The 0-16.
Yeah, that was on 1 for 31 seasons.
Yeah, so it was. I said, I cannot believe I'm watching the Jets and the Cleveland game, and I'm yelling at the TV. Hope. All right, this is fantasy football is pretty amazing. I like it now. Like I never thought I'd be doing anything like this. And that was it was weird. I was like, yeah, I like fantasy. Fantasy football will have you rooting on games that the game can be 48-0.
Go see if we won that game.
Everybody wants to turn
lost
the
that
channel.
game. We barely lost that game.
Yeah, the 0-16 season, wasn't it?
No, that was 1 and 15. 1 and 15.
1 and 15.
Matter of fact, I won some money that season too.
Yeah, all I knew, and I was like, yeah, I cannot believe I'm watching this game, and I'm yelling at people looking at me like, bro, this is over. Or like, why are you yelling at the Jets and the Browns? I was like, I don't know. I was like, that's a good question. Well, for y'all, man, I got a little something for y'all, man. A little small trivia, man. We're gonna get through that real quick. And I got some questions, fantasy football questions. I knew I had something brewing up. I wanted to get everybody, I guess, into the fantasy football mode. Well, maybe you
I will say this real quick. If you guys want to do some practice drafting, I know we do. We're starting to do fantasy football drafts on Lock It In on Sundays. So believe noon 30 is what Tanner said. Usually on Sundays is when we do fantasy football drafts, and we're allowing. I think we're still doing audience participation. So if anybody wants to hop in the comments, to hop in and join us in our draft, I think this week we're actually doing a pretty long one. The last couple of weeks have been 10 rounds, but I think Tanner said we might be doing like a 15 rounder pretty soon.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to get some draft practice in, come hop in and join us on Sunday for that.
And don't forget,
Lock it in.
yeah, make sure you lock it in, man. Lock it in. Shout out to Tanner, man. And again, that's Saturdays and Sundays. Glad you got that going again, because unfortunately Sunday I was looking for like a whole person that was lost. So I thought I was gonna be involved Sunday, but yeah, I was like, nah, I don't think this would be very respectful. Like drafting a fantasy team while I'm looking for.
We did have.
Did you see it? Oh,
we did have. I was gonna say we did have Botkins in there, and I believe Bobby Blunt's was also in that draft this past weekend.
Okay.
Other than the three of us. So, but yeah, if anybody, I know Tanner puts the link in the comments when the show starts. So that's why you turn your notification bell on, so that you know when we go live.
All the time. The time. So, real quick, I guess since it's both of y'all, it's got 7. I guess whoever gets to 3 first wins, basically. And I guess if that doesn't happen, then we'll figure something out. All right. But again, some fantasy football questions. Pretty easy, man. Pretty easy. I might even have a little trick question in here.
All right.
First question. Who holds the record for most fantasy football points scored in a single season?
I'll take a shot. Most fantasy football points. I'm leaning. It would have to be like a running back. So I'm like, which running back had like? I'm gonna go Priest Holmes.
Alan, you got an answer?
I'm gonna go kind of out of left field here. I'm gonna say Calvin Johnson.
Both of y'all are wrong. Anybody want to give another try?
Can we get position?
Y'all are both right as far as position.
No, wait. Why?
No, I said a running back. He said a wide receiver.
Oh, Lord, I thought he said running back. My fault. Running back.
Running back. All right. Who would have had a better season than
Adrian Peterson?
You know what? No, I'm gonna go Austin Eckler.
All right, both of y'all are wrong. I need y'all to get some points. The answer is LaDainian Tomlinson.
LaDainian Tomlinson makes sense.
Makes sense. There we go.
And in 2006, he had 481.1 PPR points. And this is, I guess, all of these points are going to be PPR, but regardless, they
31 touchdowns will do that for you.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Priest Holmes used to be a touchdown machine back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting the end zone. All right. What's next?
All right. Number 2. Which player has been the highest scoring fantasy season quarterback of all time?
Oh my God.
Drew Brees.
Alan, you got an answer?
That was going to be my answer, but I'll go. I'll go Peyton Manning.
Okay. Answer is Lamar Jackson. Last season.
Of all time? Single season?
Single.
Okay.
Highest
fantasy
season.
Fantasy
quarterback.
Fantasy season. Yeah, that wording, man. You got to work on your wording, man.
Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose because
Of course he did.
Yeah, I was like, I can't put. I think people will, if I put fantasy season quarterback, because if I would have put fantasy quarterback of all time, I would have been totality. So that would have confused it even more. But I was like, if I put fantasy season quarterback, I guarantee you, it's still gonna be looked at as of all time. And that's why I was like, of all time. I had to put that in there.
One singular season. See, I wasn't thinking like that.
But basically, I guess since everything, fantasy football has been like what the 80s has been in play. So it kind of, make you want to think about guys that some of us probably, well, I won't say some of us, Alan, you probably didn't even watch. So I would say, nope, I can't get that away. Next question though. All right, who we got? What we got here? Because I lost my. Okay,
I'm getting one.
Here we are. Which running back has scored the most fantasy points in a single season?
Did we just have that? Like
Damian Tomlinson?
That was my trick question. That was my best try.
Like, wait a minute.
That was my best try. That was my best try.
That was a terrible trick question.
Nah, because it actually was another question on where I got these. It was on there that way. I was like, okay, that would be good because maybe I should have changed.
Should have said order. That question first.
Well, actually, I just messed the order up by mistake.
Yeah,
I don't know what was supposed to be what, but hey, I thought maybe it'll still confuse y'all. Okay, with that one then. Who was the first player? And that's what 1-0 right now. 1-0 going by Bobby's way. Who was the first player to reach 100 total touchdowns in fantasy football history? This is easy. This is so easy, and I shouldn't even say this, but yeah, it's so easy. Nobody will give it a try. I can't believe this right now. Try. I don't want to talk too much because
100 total touchdowns.
You say we're going back to the 8. This goes back to the 80s too, right?
It goes back probably before that. I remember 83
in fantasy football.
Yeah. 100 total touchdowns, which I cannot believe. I can't. Ooh, I love this right now because I can't. I just can't. Anybody?
Man.
Anybody?
Dan Marino?
No, quarterbacks don't count the same. Well, I guess that'd be.
Oh, still.
Yeah, this question has to be. Quarterbacks can't count because that'd be too easy. I'm gonna go AP, Adrian Peterson.
All right, AP.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
this
one.
That's what I did.
Oh God.
I love this, man. I don't want to.
I'll go Marshall Faulk.
Man, how about your old player, bro? Who broke the record, man, for touchdowns as a running back? Think about how many touchdowns he scored. Oh my gosh, I was loving that. I was like, yo, this dude don't even know it's Emmitt Smith. And that is the answer. Emmitt Smith was the first player to ever reach 100 touchdowns all time in fantasy football. Wow, I was loving that. I was like, yo, I can't believe
I'm gonna hand my cowboy card in.
Yes. All right. We getting what? We're 1-0 still. Man,
I'm gonna share my point because even I know I said it out loud, but no, I could see Alan was perplexed. Like he was thinking the same thing I was thinking. So I'm gonna share the point. Like we both get a point for that question.
That's great sportsmanship, man. That's great. So here's the next one. Which wide receiver set the record for most receptions in a single season?
Oh shit. No.
I'll guess, but Antonio Brown?
No. I know it. It's like right there. I was about to say it, but that's wrong because it got broken.
It did. Yeah, it did. Oh my God.
It got broken. I can't remember who broke it.
Oh,
Oh my God. Because it was Marvin Harrison, because I had him on my fantasy team when he did it. And I won the championship.
Y'all mentioned his
But
quarterback.
the record got broken.
Y'all mentioned his quarterback. That's the best I could do.
Oh my God. It was so recent.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah.
It was pretty recent.
This is gonna bug me. Oh, I'm super upset.
Cooper Kupp?
Bobby, you got an answer?
I think, it was Cooper Kupp. God damn it. I got to give it that. It's Cooper Kupp. He's right.
No.
It's
Who
Michael
did it?
Thomas. Michael Thomas. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So Michael Thomas in
Yeah.
2019
right.
had 149
right.
receptions. I was like 149. But
Yeah.
you said Drew Brees. Remember, Drew Brees was
facts.
Well, when we talking about that shoulder, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh my
He was
God.
just pew, here you go. Hit 5, 10 yards,
Yeah.
15. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he was hitting Colston and people, but he damn sure was getting like Mike hit.
Can't guard Mike was real.
Yeah, it was real. I give him that.
I knew it was I knew it was Marvin. So I had him when he broke it. I had him on my fantasy team. That team was a beast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, which NFL team's players have historically scored the most fantasy points in a season?
That was a weird question. Teams. So basically,
everybody, every skill position. I mean, even the defense. It's an easy one too. Even though I probably would have said it, but I don't know if I would have said it first because it was like gangbusters when that went down. It was like it looked too easy. It was like that.
Yeah, who always has.
And it didn't necessarily have the best running back. I don't recall. Yeah, he didn't have the best running back.
Yeah, I'm a trust. I'm gonna say Green Bay.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
The Patriots suck.
Green Bay one time, I believe, before these guys actually did it. I think
Don't say the Colts. Don't say the Colts.
Okay, how about the Broncos? So Peyton Manning.
Fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Peyton Manning in 2013, they had 2,232.
I completely forgot about
points.
that 13 year.
And that was the last question.
Yeah, we suck.
Yeah, Bobby. It's tie, right? It's a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie.
Bobby, we're not going to discuss the specifics of what happened, but it's a tie. Definitely is a tie.
But for that one, I was trying to think. I know. Yeah, Green Bay, they always had like a trio of players at least. Like you always had either Favre, Rodgers, who was in there. You had Ahman Green, kept a running back. They kept receivers in their scoring. So they've always had at least 2 or 3 players scoring like massive points every year.
Yeah, I can't remember when Green Bay had the best team. What year that was? Yeah,
20. I want to say the 2011 year after their Super Bowl, they went 15-1.
Yeah, it probably was.
Could have been,
but it was one.
And then they got. I think they got beat in like the divisional round. I want to say either that or the NFC Championship game.
They always kept that. They always kept at least one receiver that was like dominant. They always had a solid running back, and of course they had solid quarterback play for like 50 years straight.
But them Broncos moving up the field.
That wasn't the year they lost to Arizona, was it? that wild like overtime game that they had?
That I thought they won that game. That was the year they won the Super Bowl. They beat Arizona.
No, I'm saying this happened like the year after their Super Bowl.
Mm.
Because they were 15-1 the year after the Super Bowl, and then I can't remember who they got knocked out by.
I want to know
But
something.
I think that was the year Arizona made that run to the Super Bowl.
You could be right. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right.
Yeah, we making some good time. But we are making some good time. So, but we're gonna go ahead on to that fourth topic, man, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago in a different capacity. Basically, my bad, y'all. We watched Summer League pretty much as a wrap, and we got to see Cooper Flag, right? We got to see, if you don't know anything about VJ Edgecombe, you better start paying attention. It got to a point where we're looking at these guys and they got Cooper Flag, what should I say, VJ Edgecombe. They saw enough. He was like, hey, bro, go ahead and cut. Yeah, go ahead. Come on. We good. And he played 1 game, 2 games.
I thought he played like 3 because he played in Vegas and he played in
sure did.
Utah,
Cali. Yep. Oh, Utah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think VJ Edgecombe, man, he basically showed that, man, Philly has something to work with. Philly definitely have something to work with. And when we talked about the summer league action, we were talking about pretty much what was pretty obvious. Like I said, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey's, for people who don't know about Ace Bailey, great talent, long. I don't know what he's going to play in the league. Maybe I think he's going to play a 3.
Yeah, he played 3.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I was just looking at him like, maybe they try to play the 2 a little bit. But I guess some things that I can't find what I'm looking for. Topic number 4, which is the 2025 NBA Summer League recap. And I guess a couple things that I could take away. And that is my question. Like, what did you take away from I guess now that it's all over? We have the fighting audible Bobby G's, the Charlotte Hornets winning the Summer League championship. And hey, Kyle Filipowski, this might not be his rookie year, but yeah, he finished with the MVP. I think he scored 29, about 30 points.
I got the All Summer League first team and second team up if you want me to read that off for you.
Well, I actually am going down the list right now. Matter of fact, Alan, appreciate that. With Dalton Connect, and of course he didn't finish, but these are sort of things that I took away, and I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But for a second-year player to average just 10.3 points a game, of course, we can't get all bent out of shape about summer league if somebody's doing good or bad. A lot of times, a second-year summer league player can kind of take a leap, but still not end up doing very well in the league. But again, he averaged 10.3 points a game. He only shot 30%, 28% from the line. I mean, from the floor. That kind of, I don't know, that kind of was glaring to me. Also, a player by the name of Ron Holland, and somebody I was pretty high on when he got drafted number 5 by the Pistons. He pretty much has been sort of a project going back and forth G League. I think they brought him back in towards the end of the season. He finished as a second teamer, but him averaging 21, basically 22 points a game, 6 rebounds. I think that was a good stride that he made. Kind of sucked for Pelicans rookie forward. And I think he'll be a forward, maybe a center. Probably play him at center a little bit. Derek Queen, man, I think Derek Queen has a lot of upside. I think Derek Queen is pretty talented, man. I think he can help Zion take some of this pressure off his back, having him get double doubles, rebound, pretty much do it all type of guy. He tore a ligament in his left wrist, so he's gonna be out at least about 12 weeks. Bringing him back, that'll probably be somewhere in mid-October. But lucky for him, you know what I mean? I can't remember the Denver rookie's name. He probably would have been great addition to the team, but he didn't even get to play. He tore his Achilles in summer league. Cannot remember his name. I don't know why I remember his name. But I guess last but not least, as far as like players that kind of, I don't know, it seems like you probably got a steal when we're talking about Nick Clifford, 6'5" guard from out of Colorado State, drafted by the Sacramento Kings. Pretty much 24th pick, averaged 15 points, about 7 rebounds a game in. I believe he had like 6 appearances in summer league. Shot like almost 50% from the field, which was pretty good. And that first team, we talk about Nick Clifford, who actually was, I would say, one of the headliners as far as the first team. Kyle Filipowski, Duke player. We're not gonna go into that. The Jazz. Jazz are working with something here. If he can use that, take that into the season, the rebuild is going to be a little bit quicker than you would imagine. And when you got Danny Ainge in that seat, he's going to make it work somehow. He's going to make it work somehow. So I'm when it comes to Utah, that's why I'm kind of mad that they got Ace Bailey, because it's like, damn, man, like I want to get better before Utah gets better, right? Like, no, Ace Bailey can't go to Utah. I was like, Ace Bailey, oh, shit, come on. Anyway, to round that out, man, first team, you got David Jones Garcia for the Spurs, Jordan Miller for the Clippers, and Terrence Shannon Jr. from the Timberwolves. I'm gonna even talk about the second team because I know Bobby's favorite player in the summer league made the second team, and he did. We had Con Knipple, of course, Kings forward Isaac Jones, who pretty much they say was pretty much a top performer. And again, I mentioned Ron Holland the second. But yeah, Ron Holland, and also KJ Simpson, and your boy Allen, AJ Mitchell from the Thunder. But we talked about Con Knipple. Bobby was pretty big on you know that dude, whatever, Duke player. Not gonna talk too long about him. Hey, in the championship game, he had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, man, in 32 minutes. Very positive. That's all I'm gonna say about him. Anybody, anything y'all notice? Any player that people need to look forward to? When it comes to Ron Holland, before y'all get started, if you into fantasy, I would say basketball, I would think Ron Holland is somebody you want to look at going into this next season, because I think they're not gonna really treat him like a rookie. I think going into this season, of course, because he's not one anymore. But being the fact that he spent some time in the G League, I think he's come along where he's a better shooter. I think he was shooting like 20-something% last season from the 3-point line. I think he upped it to like 40-something%. So, we're looking at somebody who's ready to play now. But yeah, Con Knipple. I'm gonna give Bobby his due. Hey, he was productive. He looks like he can be a little more than a glue guy. I say right now, probably like a Reed Shepherd or better.
Yeah, he's better than Reed right now.
And so that's a good place. But I guess I don't know who else y'all saw, but that's who I saw. That's what I pretty much paid attention to.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I know it's usually gloomy and cloudy and ugly as shit up there in the Pacific Northwest.
I was gonna wait till y'all got done,
but I see a little sunshine up there. A little sunshine.
I'm saying.
You know, y'all might have a player up there in Yang Hansen. But
Gotta hit the weights.
I do have a message for the front office.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, why would y'all pay Dame $50 billion? Like, you got a piece of build around the young man. Build around him. You are, though. You're thinking about this year. Why is he on the team?
You only paying him $14 million a year.
Why is he on the team at all?
Hey,
see, and this is no. Move on. You ripped the Band-Aid off. You moved on, bro.
And then you put the Band-Aid right back on.
Right. There's a reason why your ex-wife is your ex-wife. You know?
You know you did that divorce, right? I thought you really meant. Yeah, I was like, whoa, wait. Okay, I know what you mean.
Like, that money could have been used for something else. You finally got a piece that looks like he's worth building around. Like, let's get up from under that ugly umbrella that was Scoop. Let's get up from that confusing looking umbrella that was Shaden, and let's build around this young man. But yeah, like I said, it's normally gloomy up there. Look like y'all got one. I did. So I give y'all credit for that. I just hope the front office doesn't ruin it now, because so many times you guys have taken the big man over the guard that can be productive, and it hasn't worked out. You finally got the big man that looks like he's going to be worth it. So I hope it works out for Portland. Of course, Cooper flag. On your boy VJ, the only thing that frightens me about VJ is just a situation. If it was up to me, the Philadelphia 76ers would not have had a draft pick this year. Because why? Like, y'all really haven't earned it. Like, they really haven't earned it. They haven't shown that they could be what's the word? The mental
productive?
No, not productive. I don't know. Yeah, they just ain't thinking right when it comes to what they're doing, man. You got what is VJ gonna play? He's gonna play 2. Is he gonna play the 1? They're gonna try and do small balls and play 3. Oh no, can't do that because like your roster is like, it's like the Sixers roster is like Play-Doh when you leave the top open a little bit, and then you come back like, oh, I'm about to have some fun and mold this, and then you come back and it's like all hard and cracked, and that's what the Sixers roster is like.
Kings are sort of similar. And they got him another guard,
Yeah,
guard. It's like,
and,
okay,
yeah. And your boy Maxey he ain't sharing the ball with nobody. Like, so I don't like the situation you bringing this dude into. I would much rather see him go somewhere else. What else did I see? I liked what I saw from my 2 young guys with the Cavs. Obviously, we don't have a lot of cap flexibility, so we're gonna have to build from within. So I think the 2 young players that we needed to see, or we're gonna probably lean on the back end of the rotation, I think they got some good work during the summer. What else? Something else I was probably impressed with. I think I saw more of this summer. I was in Texas during the summer league, so I like had to watch a lot on TV. I was pleasantly surprised to see how many teams were like hanging out. What I mean is, like, when you watch games, when you watch like the Sixers play, you saw like 3-4 guys on the main roster in the stands. When you saw Utah play, you saw those guys in the stands supporting the young guys. When you watch OKC, you saw Shea and like all those guys were there, supporting the young guys. So I think think this year I saw that more league wide than I have over the last couple of seasons. So to see the team, veterans, and leaders supporting the newcomers, I thought that was great for the league as a whole.
No drug testing. and Zion kind of showed the roadmap. I'm just saying, you know. Yeah,
what they got to do with getting the ticket to the game, man? He said no drug testing.
Just saying, man, they always go out there for totally different.
He said the only reason they were there is because they had to be in line for the drug testing.
No, Steven Jackson's story. Yeah, you ever heard Steven Jackson's story about him calling Bonzi Wells? Bonzi Wells was gonna come through. They was gonna chief one, and come to find out, the whole team. He opened the garage, and the whole team was there. The whole Portland Trailblazer squad. Everybody 1 to 15. Like, yo, bro. Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a funny story. He's like, yeah, I opened the garage, the whole team was there. So yeah, I'm just saying, man, you see more and more players in Vegas, you might want to, I don't know, man. You just gotta kind of think about that. Like Zion has you know, shown the way when it comes to other things, and then got no drug, you know, no marijuana testing. I'm just saying. Vegas seems a little more attractive on top of what's already there. You know what I mean? It just seems a little bit more attractive. That's all. I'm just putting that out there. I've heard some things. And you know what's out, bro. You in Vegas, you know what's out there. I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah, they, you know, IG is a mother, man. Come on out. You know, come on out. And Vegas is a different thing now.
Shout out to Austin, Texas. I appreciate their hospitality.
Alan.
Could have been worse. Could have been in San Antonio.
No, we couldn't get that. Man, the freeway exit to go to San Antonio was like crowded every day.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people live in Austin and work in San Antonio. So it's only like, it ain't that far of a drive. But yeah, that wouldn't even we're trying to go to San Antonio.
I've been there. It's pretty nice.
Never had a day out. I didn't get stuck in Austin. Like,
I did get to be on the field in the Alamo Dome before, so that was a fun experience.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, Austin, Texas is a great place. Everybody, if you still have some life in you and you want to, you know, go outside.
I mean, Austin, Texas is great, but it's not Norman, Oklahoma. Let's be honest.
Hey, okay. I never heard anything about Norman.
Texas has been back for 20 years. We've been waiting for a long while. All right.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I got it. You should have known. Yeah, that makes sense. Coming from
there, you go, Jake.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Like what?
But yeah, seeing Mitchell play well was great. He was kind of one of those pieces that came off the bench that, you know, maybe did struggle a little bit, especially in the postseason. So seeing him have a good summer was pretty good. Obviously, the big story for us is seeing what Nikola Topic looked like coming off the injury. Color me impressed. He did play well. There are a couple things that kind of worried me a little bit, but for the most part, I'm like, all right, we got another piece. Let's just keep adding more. I'm excited. I'm geared up. I'm ready to go. I wish the season would start now.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, we're still. Hey, I haven't had a championship. I had it 2 years ago. I had it 2 years ago, but whatever.
He did it.
You gotta let me have it.
I'm gonna put a little delay in this, but he did it. He did it again. Yeah, everybody. Everybody just want y'all to know this is something we have to go through pretty often, and I just thought I would let everybody know. News flash. All right, everybody.
You got the tornado siren in there too, which is great.
City Thunder are the 2024-2025 NBA champs per Allen. Okay? Just letting y'all know. Appreciate y'all watching.
Very, very authentic. You got the tornado siren in there too, which is great.
Yeah, I made sure I did it right this time. I was like, yeah, I got him this time. But yeah, I do agree about what's his name again? Because there's too many
Topic. Yeah, Nikola Topic. Yeah.
Topic. Okay, this is getting crazy now. I'm like, NBA
Yeah, I
starting
know.
to be.
It's hard to remember sometimes. I'm just like, anytime I say Nikola, I'm automatically say Jokic. I'm like, no, not that guy.
Oh, we lost Jay.
He didn't mention he had storms, so it does not surprise me.
Take over time.
Time to take over the show. Oh my god.
Yeah. But we finish it off right there, man. It's about that time. Nice 2-hour block. I guess before we get out of here, man. What you got for the folks, AP? What you got going on? Where you gonna be? Where can we find you?
I mean, you can find me at Aprillis30 on Twitter, or Twix as Jay likes to call it. We've got, of course, Lock It In this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays, we're usually talking college football. Last week, we did over-unders for certain teams. The week before that, we covered SEC, Big 12, and Big 10 future bets. So we might be doing with some of the other conferences. We might be talking about some of the smaller schools like the James Madisons, Jacksonville States, the smaller schools that, guys like to bet on come college football season that always win. So, and then of course, fantasy football stuff on Sunday. So, and then of course, Sam and I do On the Mat, our wrestling show. We're going to be doing it Saturday night, I believe.
Okay.
We were going to do it tonight, but both of us have 10-hour days this week. So yeah, it ain't pretty.
Life happens. You got to answer.
Exactly. But yeah, what about you, sir?
For me, simple and plain. Thursday, you can catch me on Audible Reacts, where Jay is supposed to reveal his list of top 20 New York rappers of all time. And then Friday, the Audible Sports Podcast, bing, right there. We're Life Meets Sports and Culture. And I think this week we're going to start wrapping up for the NFL season. We're going to be doing our divisional breakdown. I believe we're starting with the NFC East. So we're going to talk all things NFC East on Friday. And then, of course, next week you can catch me right back here on Tuesday. And if you want to get at me on social media, right there on your screen at Audible_Bobby G on most of your social media sites. There he is. Finally.
The man, the myth, the legend. Did your power go out again?
Yeah.
You got those 20 New York rappers ready for us for Thursday?
Man. Dude, listen. I don't know. It's too hard.
So we were supposed to do it last week, but
For real, man. Yeah. I got a little something, man. It's just I thought up 20 more rap, man.
I got to make it concrete, man.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Heard that. Other than that, you just look weird putting
on?
your finger in the camera.
Yeah, I can hear.
You look like E.T. trying to phone home.
You can hear me?
Hear it.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we heard that. I heard that.
Oh. All right, yeah, my bad. I guess the world did not want to hear about Yang Hansen.
Uh-oh.
Freeze again.
Did he freeze again? Oh no.
With that, man, that's our time. That's our signal to shut it down, man. Hey, for JLMIC, AP, I am Bobby G. This has been the Rec Room Weekly.
All right. Oh.
AP, take us out.
All right. Rock and roll.